we have discussed the decimals in our previous class. Now this is the decimal part 2. We will move further in the chapter. Let's see what is coming toward us in this topic. This slide, we already have discussed the definition of the decimal, but on this slide the detailed definition is given here, that a decimal is a number expressed in the scale of tens. Yes, the scale of tens is given below as an example of numbers. Commonly speaking, we talk about decimals when numbers include a decimal point. As I told you, the decimal point is the main part of the decimal numbers to represent the whole number plus a fraction of a whole number. Yes, this decimal point divides the whole number and the fraction of the whole number. The whole number in this slide written is 34 and the fraction part of this whole number is 7, which is known as 10th value. 10th, 100th and etc. For example, here before decimal point, there is ones and tens given in the example, and after point we will call it 10th value. So as we discussed it before, that this is known as the pictorial chart, pictorial representation of the chart. This is the 100 chart. So the example is given here, 3.95, in which 3 is a unit, 9 is 10th value and 5 is the 100th value. This question is defined as a pictorial chart representation below the value. You can see the 3 boxes are colored, and in the 4th box it is colored till 9.5. Yes, till 9.5. This is how we can explain our value in the pictorial chart. Okay, so in this we have divided this pictorial chart representation of 100 value, 100th chart in 4 parts. When we are calculating the 3 parts of these 4 parts, we will call it 3 by 4, and in decimal it will be written as 0.75. If we will divide these 4 parts in 2 parts, then it will be half, and it will be written in 0.5 as decimal. But when we are going to divide these 4 parts in separately 1 part, then it will be known as 1 by 4. Yes, 4 boxes, 4 parts, and the 1 part is colored, so we will write 1 by 4 is equals to 0.25. This 0.25 is the decimal value of 1 by 4. Similarly, as we all know, the fraction value, the fraction part is the numbers less than 1. So we will divide 1 by 10. So this is known as the 1/10th value of the fraction. Second, the most important thing is, as I told you before, the whole number and the fraction part. The fraction part is on the right and the whole number is on the left side. And the decimal point will be coming in the middle of the decimal value. In this slide, we will discuss 3 main topics regarding decimals, which is partition, round, and comparing in decimals. In partition, what we used to do, we just give partition of each of the value. For example, the value is written here 8.49. So first what we do is, we will separate whole number from this value, which is 8. Then we will add plus expression operation plus. Then we will write the point value, which is 0.4. The first half of the point value 0.4, then the second half of the point value 0.09. This is how we apply partition method in decimal. Similarly, round. What round means is, for example, if the value is 7.4 or it is 7.56 or something like that. So what happened? We just make it whole number. We will call it complete. We will round it. For example, 7.4 is given here as the nearest whole number will be. Its nearest whole number will be 7 because the 4 is smaller than 5. Yes, if it is 7.8 or 7.9, then we will write 8. Yes, we will call it 8 as a whole number because we will just add plus 0.01 in the value to get the complete whole number. This is how we will see decimals and rounding the decimal value in the whole number. Okay. The third part, comparing. Comparing the highest to the greatest and the greatest to the highest value of the decimal. You can see the order 0.14, 0.4, 0.8, 0.1.8. Yes, first we will see the whole numbers. If there is no whole number, then we will see the fraction part. We will start from the double numbers to the single numbers. Okay, so here 14.14 is the lowest value, then the biggest value after 14 is 0.4, then the biggest value after 4 is 8, and then it's 1.8. This is how you will arrange it, as comparing the values from larger to smaller, smaller to larger. It depends on the question. Place value charts. Yes, this is a very important slide which we have discussed in previous slide as well as right today. In this slides, this place value chart should be known by each of you. Yes, for where we have the chart given point value, decimal point, then ones, tens, hundreds on the left hand side, and tenth, hundredth and thousand on the right hand side. Here ones is 1, tenth is 10, hundredths is 100. The value which is coming on the hundredth part will be written on the hundreds. The value is coming on the tens part will be written on tens. The value which is coming on the ones part will be written on ones. Similarly, after the decimal point, the fraction values will be coming. For example, if the value is 0.1 or 0.2, then the 2 or 1 or 0 will be written in 10th value, or the example is 0.08 or 0.07 or 0.06, then 6, 7, 8. These value after 0 point and then after 0 will be coming on 100. And if the value is 0.006, 0.007, then it will be coming on the third part, which is a thousandth part. So this is how you will see the place value chart